It's now 22 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Now, in commemoration of Trinidad and Tobago's 60th anniversary of independence, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts presents Pan on a Higher Note, the Jubilation. The National Steel Symphony Orchestra of Trinidad and Tobago will be performing at the National Academy for the Performing Arts, Napa, from the 5th to the 7th of August. And so joining me to talk more about this is the conductor and artistic director of the NSSO, Akua Leith, and of course the team's captain, Mr. Kareem Brown. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy
Good
to
morning.
be here.
Of
Same.
course. Now, Akua, I've heard that Pan on a Higher Note is the premier event from NSSO. What makes this year so special?
Well, definitely, we are offering a gift to the nation as we celebrate our Diamond Jubilee in commemoration of the Diamond Jubilee of Trinidad and Tobago's independence. NSSO is also celebrating 15 years anniversary of our beginning. So
That's this year as well.
that's this year as well.
year.
So there's a lot of things to celebrate, and we are more or less pulling together a show that commemorates all that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What can we look forward to at the concert? Well, first of all, the concert is free.
It is free. Yeah. A gift to the nation, as our Honorable Minister, the Senator, Mr. Randall Mitchell, is offering this up as his contribution towards our celebration, so 60th anniversary.
Wow. So what can we look forward to on the night of the concerts?
Well, it's a very varied program. The NSSO does a very good job at more or less showing all the genres, and from classic all the way to contemporary. We have our local calypsos. We have a lot of artists that we have worked with in the past and new artists that we are working with now, telling a story of more or less the beginnings of the instrument and also what it has done to keep Trinidad and Tobago as the highlight of steel pan performances around the world.
Nice. And as Captain Kareem, what sort of preparation is the team undergoing now for this big celebration?
What's preparation started?
Just be careful, that's a conductor.
Yeah. Preparation started some time ago, and we have been learning pieces. We have been meeting guest artists. We have been, actually performing, polishing our repertoire and getting ready for the performance on the 6th and 7th. And we have this basically started about 3 months ago.
3 months, yeah.
About 3 months ago. So it's and actually the planning started way before that.
Correct.
Because Mr. Lead would have had to put his things in place and then inform the ministry of what he wants done and these kind of things. So we have been in this thing for some time, and we are ready. Just a matter of going on stage, getting the lights and audio and everything ready for us to be set and ready for the audience. So we are there.
Now, as a player with the team, what is that, one thing that you want people to walk away with at the end of the show?
I want them to always remember the NSSO and remember that moment that we were played on stage and, brought a smile and something, a memory. That kind of thing, that years later they would say, all right, I was there, and or they're talking to the son or the daughter or somebody abroad and saying, hey, you must take this Constantine. I was there some time ago, and I nearly didn't get tickets and these kind of things. So it's those kind of memories you want to implant in the audience, as we perform on stage,
Now, Akua, remind me when it's taking place and how people can get tickets.
The 6th and the 7th, so this weekend, tickets at Napa box office and Sapa box office. Unfortunately, all the tickets for Saturday's show went within 4 hours of the release, so we may have a few Sunday tickets left. We are considering maybe having an open dress rehearsal on the Friday evening, but we will let the public know via our social media pages.
Nice. So 6th is gone, 7th is available. Do you have a cap on how many one person can get?
Yes, there's a cap. There's a cap. There's a cap of 2 tickets per
Two
individual.
tickets per person.
Yeah.
Okay. And what start time? When does it end? Is it like a 6 p.m. till, or how is it working?
7:30. The concert is about 2 hours long with an intermission. It is a very tight show. It will be more or less hosted through Darren Sandy.
Nice.
So it's a very poetic, telling the story of what it is the programming is all about. So
Is this the first time back out since the pandemic, or did you have one, let's say, last year or even year before?
this is the first time we're having Pan on a Higher Note, but we did have our jazz concert out at Naparima Bowl. So we are excited for this. I mean, it being our premiere show and the first time in about 3 years.
Yeah, boy.
I think 2019 was our last Pan on a Higher Note. So we are excited about this. Very, very excited. Yeah.
Now, talking about that excitement as well, I know that the Pan version of our national anthem was played in Switzerland. I saw the video on Instagram. I mean, tell me about that. Kareem, I'll ask you first. How did it feel to hear that, we being played through the speakers?
I was elated, as I was excited. It's not every day you can make a mark in the world, put out that milestone down, and to hear and witness the national anthem played by the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. No other country has ever done that before. Trinidad was first for that, and I am very proud to be a Trinidadian, or a Trinbagonian, and I would remember this, and I know my team, they would be proud too as well, to have contributed towards that milestone.
Of course. Akua, how did that arrangement happen? How did you make that connection to the team?
So Mr. Brand actually had that desire, and he would have reached out to the National State Symphony Orchestra, sharing the idea, and of course it was a valid idea, and we started working on it for some time. So we got all approvals, then we did the recording, then we had to have that recording approved by all the other international agencies. So it was just a matter of waiting for us to get a gold medal, So it was really, really good to see that it happened within this year, and a very proud moment. But there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, to get these things to the forefront. So the silence that we were building in actually became a very loud noise when that happened. Yeah.
And is it that these or that particular version of the anthem will be played at all medaling events moving forward?
Yes. That's the intention. Yes.
Now, so going back to Pan on a Higher Note, we know that we have this concert. What else can we look forward to, let's say, until the end of the year from the NSSO?
We are carried for a lot of other stuff. I mean, this is the month of celebrations. We have some Prime Minister's requests. There are some visits from other diplomats that we are also guarded to play for. So I can think up until Republic Day, the NSS will be quite busy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And I know that the team travels a lot. Any plans to go abroad during this period or even early next year?
Well, travel a lot.
Travel a lot in the past, but at the moment because of the pandemic and different challenges in the economy and stuff, we have been scheduled to travel anytime soon. But we have some commitments and some things in the pipeline, hoping to be effected at some point. So we are there.
Now, Kareem, you are a member of the band, but not only a member of the team, you are also the captain of the orchestra.
Yes.
We're celebrating our 60th anniversary. NSSO is celebrating 15. What does that mean for you as a panist in the NSSO?
It's kind of unbelievable, to be part of a group like this, and also to be part of a membership of great skills and qualities and thing, and we have survived 15 years, and that is a great deal to begin with, because of the challenges from the get-go to going through these years, working with the government, performances, tours, disappointments. It's a lot, and it feels like it went by so quickly.
Yeah.
We had one conductor, we have another artistic director, we have members who left, we have new members. So
what made you stay? Because we had members who left.
I really enjoyed being. I love the National State Symphony, and it's a passion. Usually I don't really stay so long in one spot, so for that long period. But I think the work that we're doing, and the type of music that we are doing, and the type of professionalism we're trying to bring to the table in terms of a steel band, we're trying to change our whole look of a steel band and give it a real orchestral, professional finish. And I think this is the place to be, to give that change to the steel band. Some people, and then, I've listened to some people when they come after the concert and they say, I find Pan was always noise and blah, blah, blah. But after listening to the performances, they change the mindset and the thinking, you know, Carnegie Hall, or the thinking music for film, or these kind of things. So it's a whole different transformation, you know, that coming out from the NSSO, and I think that is one of the things that really hooked me there and kept me there. You know, I was hoping that the salary would be a bit bigger in time to come, but you know.
Well, I hope whoever needs to hear that is listening, so that you can make that change. But how long have you been with the orchestra?
From 2007.
Wow. Okay.
From the inception.
From the inception.
Yeah.
Amazing. Akua, I'm going to bring the same question to you, but I want to focus on the steel pan itself. As we look forward to our 60th anniversary, where do you see the national instrument going, or even taking us as a country?
There's a lot of great things happening. I believe it is one of our, I call it our foundations, our pinnacles. These pillars, which is what kind of keep a lot of things grounded. So many pros. I mean, from the Panyards, if you hear the stories from the Panyards, even my own story, being part of a steel orchestra, and where that has taken me, and to the point of, I mean, I was part of the NSSO as a musician too as well, and now becoming the director. So there's a journey, there's a level of expansion that is possible. But there's the point of institutionalizing other things as well, giving or broadening the opportunities for more persons to experience some of these things. Every year is always this vision of seeing persons graduating out of UE and UTT and Custard and Nazarene College and having a performance degree and wanting to be part of an entity such like this, but the opportunities are not as vast as it could. So I think there's more towards cementing more things around the industry. I mean, teachers, the pan in schools, you know, there's a lot of things I think we still need to settle on, but more or less, I think we are heading in the right direction. We're heading in the right direction, and there's a lot of possibilities for the future. Yeah.
Now, I know that there have been polarizing views as it relates to the G-Pan. Do you see us developing another G-Pan, or what are your thoughts on it? Initially, what are your thoughts on the G-Pan? And do you see us developing another sort of instrument that could also be considered modern to what we know the steel pan to be?
Yeah. Well, the G-Pan initiative took off in 2007, and the NSSO was a result of that, you know, in terms of the marketing. I think we still haven't pulled that trigger in terms of commercializing that particular creation. For the future, I love to tell people your imagination is the preview of the world's next preview, you know, so I want people to definitely keep imagining and creating new stuff. So that is yet to be seen, but I know there's a lot of creative minds in Trinidad that are progressing and doing other things that we will be look forward to see unfold in the future. So, I mean, the G-Pan initiative, a significant initiative. I think the instrument itself, as we exclusively use those instruments, we have condensed the 14 instruments in the steel orchestras into 4 instruments, so the G tenor, the G seconds, the G mids, and the G bass, but we maintain the range of those instruments. So the tone of the instrument, you know, so there's a lot of pros that come out of that NSS that actually benefits from.
And finally, you mentioned that we need more people in the industry, the teachers and the makers of pan. Do you see us, you know, having an organization who actually makes pan and maybe even looking to export that, you know, elsewhere?
Well, there's...
But you should ask.
I know I asked. And a cool laugh, which is why.
Well, definitely. I'm part of a private initiative, MITCO, which we are launching on August 11th, World Steel Pan Day. So there's a lot of exciting things coming there, and I hope you look forward to see what's unfolding.
So what you're saying is that I'm going to have to bring you back in on the 11th
to
learn exactly what's happening.
Let's talk about that.
I wanted you to say something, too quick for that. But thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. Final thoughts before we go, Akua.
Well, definitely, as you said, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts, under the Senator, the Honorable Minister, Mr. Randall Mitchell, offers this concert as a gift to the nation in commemoration of Trinidad's Diamond Jubilee independence. So come celebrate with us. We are celebrating our wins. We are celebrating the wins of our 60th, the wins of NSSO's 15, the wins of individuals. So really come and have a fantastic show with great people and great music.
And a great team captain.
Great team captain.
Well, Kareem, Akua, thank you guys so much for coming in. Yes, Akua, I will have you back on World Steel Pan Day, if not before, after, so we can talk more about that company. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
You're
no
welcome.
problem.
And that was Akua Leith, the artistic director and conductor of the National Steel Symphony Orchestra. Of course, his captain, Kareem Brown, just sharing about their concert that's coming up to celebrate their 15th anniversary and also the 60th anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.